Hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. This is War 5 of Season 45. There you got Torch, Herc, Kingpin, and Hulk Band, which means I get to take my Angela and Cassie, and the Allfather Odin comes along for those buffs on Angela, making her debuff immune, because my Angela is SIG 200. So here we've got the famous Void on this node where he gets a huge Fury. You don't want to take any hits from this guy, so of course I will take lots of hits from this guy just to, make a point to someone. There it is right there, full combo. It's lovely, right? There goes 60% of my health right there. That's great. That's just lovely. Thank goodness for adrenaline helping me a little bit. So now I want him to throw his special 2. And he is going to throw a special 1 now. Ugh. This season of war has been frustrating. My alliance has been struggling. It's a brand new alliance that I joined because they took war a little more seriously. And I was like, man, I'm ready for that. I want to take war a little more seriously. And it seems like it's not being taken as seriously as I would have hoped. So here we've got a MCOC fight. If you know MCOC, you know that means Angela. MCOC on path 9. More Angela, please. So I'm going to heal her up a little bit. Now she's going in for the MCOC. Angela just completely undoes all of the most infuriating parts of MCOC, which is his auto block. As long as she has 3 buffs, which I'm going to have the whole fight, I will be taking no damage or no auto block from MCOC. He's just not going to be able to. And Angela's going to start hitting really hard here. This is the first time I'd put the fight from theory to test, right? And I was like, well, I think she should totally remove his auto block, and I was happy to find out that yes, she does indeed. The most infuriating part of MCOC is gone when you've got Angela. And now I'm kind of feeling confident. Evading that SP1, don't need to take it in the block. It's not too hard to evade, you just got to get your timing right. There it is. And look at her just hitting hard, man. 4 straight crits of almost 9,000 damage each. Bye-bye, Fat Man in Metal Chair. Now here we've got a 7-star rank 1 America, which I think I'm going to bring Cassie in for. America can mess you up if you let her power gain start going. So I'm going to try to keep her poisoned and get the power stings on there. I actually didn't put any poisons on yet. So these last couple wars, I've been just getting familiar with Cassie. And I got to tell you, I love her. Man, she is so much utility. She packs a huge punch. She has a high crit rate. She is she is buff immune. She just does a lot of good and answers a lot of difficult questions and a lot of difficult fights out there. And so this fight is going absolutely fantastic. She's got the 15 power stings, which, because I also have the stagger, she's going to want to keep throwing those specials. I am now at a full yellow bar, and down goes 7-star America Chavez. No sweat. No sweat. So here we've got the MCOC on the first shared fight I'm going to take, mini boss fight. Ebb and Flow Knockdown is the one that's going to mess me up. This is I come away from this fight thinking, oh man, this is a Cassie trap, because Cassie's sting debuffs are going to immediately be wiped away as soon as she completes a heavy. And so there's no way for me to put the power stings on without them immediately being knocked off, you see? And this is just dawning on me. And I'm going like, man, I'm 30 seconds in. I've done a little bit of damage just by punching. So as long as I don't mess up, I think I'll run out of time. Is what I'm thinking. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able... Yeah, I'm almost a minute in now, and I've done just barely any damage. And there, of course, I make a ridiculous mistake and allow him to be in the corner. He procs is unstoppable. And he's just doing those things where it's like, annoying Rentra things. He's not doing anything very difficult, but just very frustrating. So now his little mystical charges or whatever they're called have been reset to 0. I am trying to figure out what means do I have to put damage in on this cow. So now I'm going to try the SP3. But I am quickly running out of time, as you can tell. So I let him use his power. I throw my SP3 to see if it'll do any significant damage. And I'm watching with bated breath, and it does just like next to nothing. I'm like, oh man, I am in trouble. I am in trouble. Thankfully now I'm gonna hit a little bit harder. But for this fight, you can't bring in a power sting champ. I'm sure Cassie can take this fight if you have a plan going into it, maybe to push just straight into the SP2s or maybe the SP3, but it just took me too long to figure any of this out. And I'm just realizing, man, I am not doing any damage. I'm not playing well. I'm a little panicked. I just fell for this trap. And I feel like this is absolutely a power sting champ, probably a Cassie bait, And now I know. And I didn't before. So I try again. Nope, they're instantly gone. All power stings instantly gone. I got 2.5 minutes left. And I think I'm going to speed it up. Well, that was painful. So, just an absolute trap fight, and I didn't come up with the answer. What would you have done in that situation other than not make the stupid mistake in bringing in Cassie to that fight? What's the way for Cassie to win that fight without timing out? So, obviously, you lose half your health, you take a death, and I just came back in saying, well, if I have the same amount of time again and he only has that much health, I know I can whittle him down. So it's just a bummer of a fight. An incredibly long, tedious fight. And you're just sitting there the whole time going, yeah, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm not going to quit, and I got to come through for the Alliance here. I'm determined to only lose a 1 attack bonus. Oh my gosh, he just drags the fight on so much. He's just so mind-numbing. I'm just sitting here watching this fight going like, oh, I hate this. This is the first time I've watched it back. Oh, it's just terrible. Just terrible. So now I'm going to see if I can just... Any crits? 1 crit for like not much at all. I mean, Cassie's damage is just reliant on those power stings. Like, she was made to put power stings on. And in a typical fight, Cassie versus Rintra is an awesome matchup for Cassie. She's a counter. But that one little node, if you're not paying attention, this is the classic, man, if you're not paying attention, you will mess yourself over. And I absolutely did. I volunteered for this fight. I take either the most or the second most extra fights in my battle group. And I just was not paying attention. And it cost me. So I've got 3 minutes left. I've got him down just above 10%. I'm like, well... This strategy's working. Just beat him up. Just punch him in the face. Put the poisons on him when you can. Just keep punching him. Hopefully he doesn't heal up too much. He's out healing my poison damage right now. I don't know what I was thinking right there. I just took my own poisons off and then I failed the minigame. He stomps on me, but then I go, no, I'm going to stomp on you. And there we go. Wow, that was painful. I'm sorry I made you watch that. Oh, that's rough. All right, now here we've got a delightful fight that goes totally well. Angela versus Guillotine. I'm being sarcastic. I have a 7-star ghillie, and I just was overconfident here. This is a stun immune fight, and I should have practiced it because I went in just thinking like, oh yeah, I'll just take some damage into the block. But man, she starts hitting like an absolute monster into my block. I mean, just watch my health. It's just diving. And so now I'm going like, well, I might be not doing great here. So I want to push her to her SP2, of course. This is my last fight of this war. I just to be honest, my alliance is catastrophically losing this war. And so I was not motivated to go in and boost that high or anything like that. This is a lost cause. There, man, Gilly's SP1 is so tricky to me. And as you can see, I am not doing the kind of damage I need to be doing here. Thank you, Thor, for putting in some damage. Push her to her SP2. SP2, you just outrange it, no problem. Take a little bit of that damage. Spectre damage, is that what it's called? And there she catches me for a full combo. And I intercept her and take it into the block because I just have not fought Gilly in war very often. And I was just felt a little intimidated about the SP1. You're going to see it right here again. I take it in the block. It does a huge amount of damage into the block. I'm assuming that's something to do with the node interceptor, but she just has so much life left, and I have so little. I've got my healing, which is helpful, but I'm trying to get her to an SP2. This strategy of mine of taking the SP1 into the block is going to cost me huge. It's going to power drain you no matter what. But it's so easy to evade, and I think I just wasn't thinking properly, and it's going to end up costing me. So there's the Digicloak. I evade the SP1, and I take it to the block, and it crits through me, and I'm gone. And like I said, my alliance has already decidedly lost this war, and so I don't heal up. I just revive and go in and go, okay, I'm going to be very cautious about her SP1, and of course that means she's going to tag me with a heavy. I'm going to be very cautious about her Digicloak. And so she heals up a little bit, not too much. And I think, forget it, I'm pushing her. And there she goes, throws the SP2, and down she goes. Man, what an absolutely dreadful war. I could see why you wouldn't come back, but I'm going to ask you to come back for War 6. Y'all have a good one. Bye.